Howdy! How's everybody out there in YouTube land today? I hope this finds you well. I hope that everything is copacetic in your area and that your quarantine has lots of corn in it and maybe not too corny.
Is it sweet corn in the quarantine?
I wish. I don't know anybody around here that's got the corn out yet. I went up to the farmer's market and they had nothing up there as far as vegetables or anything was concerned because nobody's gardens are in yet. And I wanted some green tomatoes. I've got a couple on the vines getting about green picking size, so I can have me some green fried tomatoes, but they didn't have any up at the farmer's market. And
well, hopefully that changes soon.
Yep. Now there's some down the alley down there that somebody's put out that's looking about right. And I could probably slip down there about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Are you talking tomato theft?
And I could free those tomatoes from their vine.
Don't be that person.
Oh, we break them out. We break them out of that garden, free them from the vine. Let's see who all we got out there in the chat today. Anita's New Adventures was out there. She said that she'd be in here in time for the show. And let's see, Jim Bashir's is out there, and Steve with Harmel Media is out there. And if you don't know Steve, you need to get acquainted with him. He has Makers Media Network. So go to makersmedianetwork.com and check that out there. If you go to the shop page, look at all the merchandise and stuff that all the makers have up there. I've got t-shirts and mugs and gaiters and all kinds of things up there that you might be interested in. It's got the logo on them. And Matt's got stuff there in that shop too, so you can check it out.
I do.
Maybe you
my
find
Awesome
something
Wood
you like.
Things branding. Oh,
Yep.
I do have one All Things YouTube shirt over there. It's
Do you?
It's the question mark sub underbar confirmation equals 1 shirt. And if you don't know what that is, it's a little string you can put on the end of your channel URL and makes people automatically subscribe. It's kind of cool.
Stream Elements is working for us this evening. So we'll have some stuff coming up there from StreamYards and promotions and telling people about things that we got going. Something else I will mention, because I know there's going to be some new folks coming into the chat tonight that have not been here. If you want to promote your channel, we have a way to do that here. YouTube, in its infinite wisdom, has eliminated us being able to hit those 3 dots and it pop up there that says take me to the person's channel. So what you can do, if you go down in the description of this video, you'll see there's a couple URLs there. And the first URL takes you to a page that you just put in your channel's name and the URL for your channel. It's a little spreadsheet. And then when you put that information in, it automatically puts your information onto the spreadsheet, which is the second URL. And that spreadsheet is one where everybody's URLs go in there and you can click on them. They're clickable links that takes you to the person's channel. You can check them out and see if you like what they got on their channel. And if so, you can push their buttons. You can leave them comments on their videos, share the videos out, all that good stuff that we used to be able to do. And YouTube decided that they didn't want us doing that anymore, apparently. So, we found a way around that. So if you just go there to that video and click on that link, or that video, that URL, and click on that link and leave your information, then go to the second URL, and you can't change anything on the spreadsheet.
It's read only.
So, we've done that for a reason, because we don't want anybody monkeying with it. So you just go to that second URL to the spreadsheet and just click down through those folks up there wanting to promote their channel, just like you are. None of us want to be the best kept secret on the internet. I have people ask me all the time, they'll run across my Heifer Haven videos. They'll say, "Where have you been? Why haven't I seen you before?" And I just tell them, I must be the best kept secret on the internet.
Try and change that for me, won't you? Or you can tell them to share. Don't forget to share.
Yeah. That's right.
That's what Brenda has on her scroll on her published videos.
That's right.
It's like I see share and I see share and I see share, but then I forget. But then she says, "Don't forget to share."
That's
like,
right.
Oh, okay.
That's right. I've tried to keep that fresh in people's minds, so that they don't forget to share the video.
That's the only thing the scroll doesn't say anything else.
Right.
Share, share, share. Don't forget to share.
That's right.
Share, share, share. Don't forget to share.
That's right. Exactly right. I don't want to be the best kept secret on the internet.
Oh, Anita says she signed up. Excellent.
Cool.
Glad to have you in the spreadsheet. You're in good company.
Call everybody else call them up on the phone or smoke signals or send them messages on Messenger or however you do things, Instagram, Twitter, get everybody in here. The more people we get in here, the more stuff I'll give away. So, you never know what's going to happen here on this channel. I might just get froggy and give it all away. You never know.
Uh-oh. Look out, people. Look out.
I ain't easy, but I can be had.
Oh my.
We got Simply Wooden Creations out there. That's Russ Clarity. If you don't know who Russ is, you need to find Simply Wooden Creations and go over there and sign up on his channel. He does a panel show every Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. I'm on his panel. Sometimes Matt's on his panel. Jim Bashir's, that's usually in the chat, is on his channel, on his panel show. There's a bunch of us that's in there, and we cut up and have a good time. And sometimes there are guests on the show, and sometimes there's not. And you just never know what we're going to say or do or foolishness that we're going to get into. So that's a lot of fun. You might want to get over there and check his channel out.
My buddy Ryan's going to be the featured guest on Let's Talk Shop with Russ on Simply Wooden Creations channel at Saturday at 8 p.m. He's the guy that does metalworking and open-toed shoes. So, get to know him. It'll be fun.
He looks like he'd be a lot of fun. So
yeah, I think so. Hey, Anita said she will share out to her Facebook community because she's not super active on YouTube. Thank you for that.
Great.
We appreciate that.
Great. And she made a comment on her messenger today that she's going to be concentrating on doing her lives on Facebook, but she's going to be putting videos up on her YouTube channel. So,
Okay.
You might want to check that out and see what's going on. Jim Bashir says, yep, we make great panels. My kitchen looks great. Jim, did you get your hammock? Have you strung it yet? I'm interested to know how the hammock's working out for you. He won a hammock in the giveaway a week or so ago. I don't know. I can't keep track of when people win things anymore. I think it was 2 weeks ago he won that.
Oh, he confirmed. It's up.
Yep and yep. Good.
Awesome.
Good.
Brenda, I like your color coordinated color of your shirt.
Yeah, well, yours is a little bit darker. We don't want to get them exact because then people can't tell us apart.
That's right. That's right. Because we're both so darn good looking.
That's right.
It blinds, it confuses people.
I'm particularly good looking if you close your eyes.
I like that saying. I wish I was born rich instead of so darn good looking.
That's right. My mother always said that I was pretty twice. I was pretty ugly and pretty apt to stay that way.
Oh, snap. That's harsh. That's harsh.
Now, when you have a mother like that,
Brutal.
Oh, well, I've got some interesting facts. That's what we do a lot on this show is we give out interesting facts. And if anybody noticed the name of the show tonight, did you notice the name of the show?
Bring your interesting facts and blow our minds is the name of the show.
That's right. And then when I sent out all my promos, I said that this show was utterly, okay? It's utterly, all right? And the reason that I said that is because I have cow facts. I've got a bunch of them. And the first one is cows are killers. An ABC News report cited in a 2012 study published in Wilderness and Environmental Medicine, which found that cattle cause an average of 22 deaths per year. Sharks, on the other hand, kill about 6 people per year.
Oh my.
That blew my mind.
Now,
Well-
what do you do when somebody puts out a fact that blows your mind?
I usually just look for tacos.
Yep, you give out free tacos, and when somebody puts out a fact that blows my mind, I give them free cowbell rings. They ain't worth nothing, but they're a lot of fun.
There are a lot of fun.
So,
Wonder how do the cattle like accidentally end people like that? I mean, I remember when I was little, we were fishing in the fishing hole on neighbor's farm, and cattle started coming. My brother's like, "We got to get out of here." I'm like, "They're just cattle. They're not going to hurt us." We started walking away, and they were walking behind us. We started to go a little faster. They started to go a little faster.
Mhm.
We were finally at a full bore, and imagine what it sounds like. We thought we were going to die.
Now, usually in an instance like that, they think you're going to give them treats. Those are usually somebody's pets, that they give them treats and stuff. So they think they're going to get a piece of apple or, sugar or a piece of corn or, something. So, that's why they do that. However, if one gets angry, they will kill you.
Oh, my.
Yeah. If they have horns, they'll gore you. That's why a lot of people poll their cows so that they won't get gored. Or they'll kick you right through the side of the barn. My brother got kicked in the head by a cow. It was a heifer that had freshened, and they was bringing her in the barn to teach her to stand there to be milked. She was having no part of it.
Oh,
And she kicked my brother in the head and put a hole in his head that took 7 stitches.
Wow,
So,
not good.
Yeah. So, yeah, a cow will kill you. That's
And
why
you just-
when I was farming, I didn't want any animals that were big enough to hurt me. I mean, seriously, hurt me.
Well, sure.
Chickens and turkeys and stuff, they will hurt you, but they not to the point where they're going to put you in the hospital kind of,
Right.
or kill you kind of thing. And a lot of people was asking me, if I was going to get horses or cows or something like that. And I said, no. I said, I don't want anything that's big enough that, it's going to hurt me bad.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But yeah, cow can kill you.
Luana's here. Hi, Luana.
Hey, Luana, good to see you. Glad you're with us. Be sure and share this out. Everybody hit that like button for me if you would. And if you don't want to, then hit that thumbs down button twice. And, it'll that way you know that it took. I've got another interesting fact here. Did you know that cow tipping is a myth?
A myth?
Yes. It might be funny to imagine a sleeping cow falling over with just a gentle shove, but cow tipping isn't that easy. Actually, it's nearly impossible. Cows sleep lying down and are generally wary of approaching humans, so they're never really blissed out enough to allow a stranger to get close enough to touch them. But the bigger obstacle is their sheer size. Cows are massive, on average 1,500 pounds, and they balance their weight on all 4 legs.
Good to know. Good to know.
See, it's sort of up there with snipe hunting.
Snipe hunting, yeah.
Somebody asks you if you want to go cow tipping or snipe hunting. There's your clue.
You're going to have a bad time.
Although I have taken people snipe hunting.
I can only imagine. We have some interesting stuff out here in the chat. Anita's New Adventure says, my dad's cattle were pets for the most part, but he had a few that could get mean.
Yeah.
And
Russ says, people can suffer from a psychological disorder called bonthropy that makes them believe that they are a cow. But they try to live their life as a cow.
There's a video game called Goat Simulator, and you are a goat. And the only thing you can do is like wander around and eat grass and do goat things. Like it's literally, but it's you can pay money for the game. It was like a disc,
Can you be a good goat or an evil goat? Can you pick?
It's just a goat. It's like someone wrote that game and put it in the market.
Because I've had both. I've had good goats, and then I've had evil goats. And so I'd want to be able to pick and choose. I had that one I told you about last week. That used to climb up in the rafters of the barn.
Yeah, yeah.
He's ornery. Lord, he was ornery. He'd try to bang the boards out of the side of the barn. You could hear him for miles. Yeah. He was a bad goat.
Bad goat. Yeah, bad goat.
And then I got my second billy goat. His name was Cletus. And I had him from a baby. And so I trained him to be sweet. He was a sweet little goat. And,
did you ever put a sweater on him? Like
no,
that one video?
I never did dress him up. I never did. Now the little baby goats, when they was born, if it was really cold outside, then I'd wrap them. I had, little small type baby blankets, that I'd wrap them up in to keep them from being too cold out there in the barn. Because a lot of times the mama would get to digging at the straw on the floor and it was cement floor. Well, those cement floors are like ice. You don't want them laying on the cold floor like that. So I'd make sure them babies was wrapped up good so that they didn't get on the cement floors because that'd freeze them.
Oh,
You'd end up with a goat sickle.
I suppose you do not want a goat sickle.
Nope. Let's see what else we got here. Luana says, true fact, farting helps reduce blood pressure and is good for your health. Well, there's some people that have better health than others, is all I can say.
Said the power just came back on.
Well, she's been without power. I've been running up and down the road like a crazy person trying to get my laptop fixed for a week. Finally, I'm hoping because if it ain't fixed this time, it's going to go in the trash. I've had enough. Too much running and ripping with it. Anita says they had a cow. He taught to count to 10, and after he got done showing what it could do, he'd say, okay, class is over, and told the cows to give him a kiss, and the cow would lick his face.
Then it would walk away.
And then Luana says, true fact, choosing exciting places for a first date increases the chances of the other person falling for you.
Oh, Dave Hart just stopped by. Hi, Dave.
My idea of picking a place for a date is to tell him to go home.
I don't doubt it. Oh, Dave just stopped by and he's on his way to get Rita's water ice. Excellent. Get me a watermelon flavor. And drop a like on your way out if you wouldn't mind. Hey, Mark Lindsay CNC is here.
Mark Lindsay's in the house.
I gave Mark Lindsay a big old commission on the Amazon affiliate sale. See, Mark, see if this shows up in your affiliate account in about a week. This lens, I bought this big old lens on your account, so maybe you'll catch $40 or something like that. New camera. I'm upgrading my video, so I got the Sony A6100 and the Sigma f1.4 16 millimeter lens.
Matt's got the deep pockets. He's getting the big guns out.
You're going to be able to see every pore and hair on my head. I don't know if you want to, but you're going to be able to.
So Rose has a fact for us. He says snails have 14,000 teeth and some can even kill you.
Snails? That's nuts.
We don't have snails here. We got slugs.
We did have problems with slugs, but I don't think the problem went away. Thank goodness.
Well, what do you call a problem?
Slugs everywhere.
Well, there's slugs everywhere here. I don't really call that a problem.
Oh, okay. Well,
I mean, if they're eating something or tearing something up or, causing some kind of destruction, then it's a problem. But, I had a problem with them a couple years ago where I had a storm door that I didn't realize had a gap under the bottom of it. And I had the door open to let some air into the house through the screen in the storm door. And I started getting slugs in the house. And I'm wondering, how in the world are the dogs bringing them in? How are they getting in here? And then I discovered that there was just enough room underneath that storm door that they could crawl underneath there.
Need to get a rubber gasket or something.
Yep.
That's nuts.
Let's see.
Mark says I'm not supposed to tell people that. Oh, well, did I break Amazon protocol? Don't kick me out of the program, Amazon.
Oh, and Mark says, saying your place doesn't mean you're telling them to go home. No, I'm telling them if they want a date, they need to go to their place.
Oh,
I'm not telling them I'm going with them. I'm saying you need to go to your place or someplace else that ain't here.
regarding the slugs, I backed off them because I somehow figured out that the stuff I was putting down isn't good for animals. I didn't want to hurt my puppy, so I'm like, all right, we're just gonna let it go. So I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Mr. Doughboy 356 is here. Hello.
Hey, good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Luana gave us a fact. She says a small amount of stress helps you remember things, but a larger amount may hinder your memory.
Interesting.
I don't need much to hinder my memory. I had a problem there for a while. Couldn't remember what I'd gone into a room for until I got the memory soles in my shoes. And now I can remember, as long as I'm wearing my shoes, I can remember what I go places for.
All right.
Took you a minute.
I was reading the chat too. So yeah, I'm absorbing stuff a little slower than normal. Speaking of stress, I have a weird stress thing to share. I was at the dentist and I was complaining about some pain. He says, okay, I'll check it out. And he gets back there with his finger and he starts pressing. I'm like, oh, that hurt. Like it really hurts. And he goes, I know exactly what's going on. And once he was able to talk to me, he goes like this on my hand and he presses on it real light. He goes, that's how hard I was pressing. I'm like, no way. He says, yeah. He says, what's happening is you're clenching your teeth probably when you sleep due to stress. And what you have is essentially a Charlie horse in your muscles, and it manifests itself as pain in the teeth. And he says, you can also get like a little headache, like right above your eye, but that's not always the case. He says, if I ever start getting like a headache here, he'll make a mouth guard for me. He says, but I'm not going to make a mouth guard for you because you don't have pain up here. But I'm grinding my teeth unbeknownst to me in my sleep. And, with everything going on in the world and, 20% less pay, there's stress in my life. So
I would have thought, though, when you went in and had that procedure done a few weeks ago and they removed that stick, that it would have calmed things down considerable. But apparently there must be another stick there. So you may have to go back and have this done again.
My stick removal surgery was only partially successful.
Apparently. It was a longer stick than they thought they had.
Oh man, I'm done with surgeries. I don't want any more of that crap happening.
It broke off up in there or something. You need to talk to that doctor again.
Did you see that Seinfeld episode where Kramer made the Fusilli Jerry? It was a statue made out of hardened noodles. It fell, went up his butt. What are you supposed to say when you were in the emergency room? It was an accident. Like, that's the only thing you can say. But in this case, it literally was an accident in the show. Anyway.
Yeah. I had some friends that were nurses many years ago, and they used to tell me some of the most outrageous stories, ER stories you ever heard in your life about things that were missing up that orifice. Yeah.
Man.
Apparently, people must be fascinated with that and decide, that they want to put all kinds of things there. And now that has never occurred to me. I mean, some folks just, their mind goes in a whole different area than what mine travels. Mercy, mercy, mercy. Let's see, what else we got going on
Mark
out
says,
there?
I tell you, Matt, if you can remember the 70s, you weren't there. Now, in the 70s, I was from birth to 10 years old. So, yeah, I wasn't a teenager in the 70s. I was a teenager in the 80s.
Now, I can remember the 70s better than I can remember what happened yesterday.
Well, that's how memory works. It really is. The distant stuff you don't lose. It's the current stuff that you have trouble holding on to.
Mark Lindsay says memory foam pillows won't help you remember the name of the person in bed beside you the next morning.
Wait a minute. I just read Mark's. What did you say? No, I got to read Mark's. It's funny. But go ahead.
The pro tip for guys. That's what I just read.
I gotcha. Okay.
Now, you do know what Coyote Ugly is, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
That's where you gnaw your own arm off so you dare not wake the partner.
That's right. That's right.
Your one night stand.
That's right.
We had a coyote bar in Harrisburg. It wasn't called Coyote Ugly, but it was called Coyote Bar, and everyone knew. Everyone knew what it meant.
And one bagger and two bagger.
Oh man, let me tell you. Put
one bag for them.
Just to make sure.
One bag for them, one bag for you in case theirs falls off.
Had this awesome club in Harrisburg because the bar was called Coyote Hardware Bar because the surface level was a hardware store, and then there was a club on top of it, and then there was another club on the third floor. And we used to say, like, all the hammers we would fall off the pegboard because people are dancing upstairs.
That's where they came up with raise the roof.
Then I think they sold the hardware store and it became 3 clubs. It was insane. Everyone would go there. It would pack the place.
Mark Lindsay put up one for you. He says, the pressure points are real, Matt. The wedding ring for my first marriage caused a major pain in his rear end.
I'm not touching that one.
I had a mood ring.
Although, okay.
And they said that, if you wore the mood ring, it would tell you what kind of a mood you were in by the color that the ring was. So mine didn't seem to be changing colors, but when I popped my husband in the head with it, he had a big black mark up on his forehead. And that's how I knew what kind of a mood I was in.
And then it turned purple and brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got to see, this is a size too small. This one, I ordered a different one because I lost it. These rings fall off my fingers. I wear them for 6 months, and they'll fall off, and I won't know that they've fallen off. So I have to buy more. These are only like $30 each. So.
Buy them by the bag.
I do. I've got a closet full of them, but I like the white ones because it goes with my watch, and I have 2 of these that are the size too small, and I lost. It's like, why don't they make half sizes? These rubber rings, they refuse to make half sizes. You can get 8 and 9 and 10 and 11. You cannot get 10 and a half. That's what I'm going to do. You want $1 million business? Start a rubber ring company and have half freaking sizes. You blow up. You would blow up. Anyway.
Luanna has one out there. Well, hello, Iron Fire Horse. Good to see you. Invite your friends. Get everybody in here that you can. We'll have a giveaway here in a little bit.
Nope, we got 10 watching.
Good. Luanna says that she has stories that she could tell because she's a nurse, and she says they had a guy in the ER had 4 carrots up his rectum and freaked out the resident. And the next day, the nurse brought him a carrot cake.
Oh, no. No.
I bet she didn't tell him where she got the carrots.
My wife works the ER. I should ask her, but she keeps the protocol very tight-lipped, so she's not very loose with that. But.
Well, she wouldn't have to give you any names.
That's true.
Oh. Mark Lindsay says, then there's the 3-bagger. The 3rd bag's for your dog, so at least it'll still respect you.
Oh, Mark. Oh, no. Oh, my God. Mark. Oh, but we need to do something for that.
We need lots of cowbell. Poor dog. Lord have mercy.
Oh, that was good, Mark. Here, I got to give Mark some sort of emoji for that. That was amazing.
That reminds me of that song that Hoyt Axton used to sing all the time. You know, as if that cat could talk, what a tale it'd tell about Della and the dealer and the dog as well. Luanna said she did tell him that the carrots were from the carrots in the rectum, but they weren't. Oh my goodness. You never know what we're going to talk about here on this show.
Oh yeah, I'm like, you know, I usually like to get out on a high note, but we're only a half hour into the show. We can't shut it down that early.
Iron Fire Horse says, actually, my job didn't matter if you didn't use names. We just weren't allowed to talk about what went on at work with the clients or the patients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think I've got it all caught up there in the chat. Lord have mercy. Yeah, go ahead and share this mess out. Because nobody's going to believe what we're talking about in here tonight. My goodness gracious. I'll give you another cow fact. How's that? Cows have complicated digestive systems. Cow stomachs are made up of 4 pouches: the reticulum, the rumen, the omasum, and the abdomasum, each serving a specific purpose. Cows barely chew their food before it enters the first and largest part of the stomach, called the rumen. Once the rumen's full, the cow lies down, and the reticulum, which is made of muscle and is connected to the rumen, so food and water can easily pass back and forth, pushes the unchewed food back up the esophagus and into the mouth. After rechewing or rumination, the food eventually passes through the omasum. The omasum filters out the water and gives the bacteria in the rumen more time to break down the food and take in more nutrients. Finally, the food enters the abdomasum, which functions similar to a human stomach. That is a complicated mess going on inside that cow. So it's no wonder that they get a little gassy.
Yeah. They're gas factories.
If you had all that going on inside of you, you'd be gassy too.
Gotcha. Cows are complicated creatures.
Luanna says breastfeeding allows a baby to give germs to the mothers so that her immune system can respond and can synthesize antibodies for the baby.
Isn't that something?
I wonder. Now, Luann would probably be able to answer this for me, but I'm wondering if there's ever been any statistics or anything on how much healthier or non-healthier breastfed babies are than bottle-fed babies. I'm sure somebody's done a study on that somewhere along the line.
Yeah, maybe somewhere. Jim Dockrell's here, your partner in crime.
My brother from another mother. Hello, Jim. He's from Kanadistan.
The Great White North.
Yep, up there across the border.
America's hat.
He says deers are ruminants also. One food of indigenous people of North America is paunch, which is the contents of the first stomach.
Ew.
Well, maybe for some people, but it would not be on my menu.
Not I.
Oh, Luanna says there is no data on the health of breastfed babies.
Thing. Like, how are you supposed to measure general health of a baby? You know, like that's a hard thing to put on paper. You know, what constitutes a little bit healthy versus moderately healthy versus averagely? You know what I mean? That's a hard thing to quantify.
Well, I'm sure they'd come up with some kind of statistics for it. You know, how many times a baby gets sick and
Yeah, well, I mean, maybe someone will do it. I won't be doing it.
And she says there is no data on that for premise. I know they are healthier, which I'm assuming she's saying that breastfed babies are healthier than bottle fed. Anita says they say babies that are breastfed are healthier because they get more nutrition. And Iron Firehorse says, I actually studied it when I was in university and I was a liaison for public health.
Jim has some dirty jokes in the chat. Office visits and hospitalizations. Okay, they're for data. Luana's saying there is data on that. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good.
See, there's data on everything if you look hard enough.
True.
Yeah, there's data on everything if you look deep enough, dig deep enough for it. Now, the question is it true data, or did somebody just make it up as they went along?
Everything's a conspiracy with you.
Yeah, that's right. Because, sometimes they get grants for this stuff and they just make something up and put it down on paper. I've known people that have done that. So it's not necessarily a conspiracy, because if you know people that have actually fudged numbers up, yeah.
Mr. Doughboy asks, can anyone see me? I can see your chat messages, Mr. Doughboy.
I can't see you personally, but I can see what you're putting up there on the screen.
He says,
if I could see you personally, you need to worry. Pull your drapes.
Anita's New Adventure says they say mother's breast milk is better for the babies because of more nutrition, where formula things are always added.
Yeah.
Makes sense. The data is found in medical journals, all caps, Brenda. Medical journals.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things in medical journals that may not be exactly true.
You can't do better than what Mother Nature intended as nourishment for your babies, says Jim Dockrell. Yep. Jim knows.
The data I studied was from Sick Kids Hospital in Toronto, says Iron Firehorse. And Luana says colostrum is gold, antibodies for babies. And then Mr. Doughboy says, seems like I go unnoticed when I comment. It's okay. No one hears me here either. Well, Lord have mercy.
Mr. Doughboy.
We recognized you. We threw your name out there, and he's got an interesting channel for making stuff out of coins. If you like to see the stuff that he makes out of coins, you need to check his channel out. And Mr. Doughboy,
cowbell?
Have you signed up over on the spreadsheet to promote your channel? If you go down in the description of the video, there's 2 URLs. The first one is where you put the name of your channel and put your URL. So it'll go on the spreadsheet. And then you go over to the second URL, which is the spreadsheet, and check out everybody else's channel, because they'll be checking yours out. And that's how we're going to promote channels here from my channel. So you might check that out. He has some of the little cowbells. They don't have cows on them. This was made specifically for me. I'll get it up here where you can see it. It's a cowbell that's made out of 2 coins, and he put a little cow on top of it to make it a cowbell for me. But he's got some of these little bells that he sells, and he's got roses that he makes out of coins. But there's the little cowbell. Luana particularly likes the little cowbell.
She loves little cowbell. Maker 238 Deloach stopped by. Hello.
Good to have you with us.
I was chatting with him. He's helping someone set up a YouTube channel. I hope we didn't pull you away from YouTube channel setup mode that you were in. But we're glad you're here.
Maybe he's just taking a break.
Maybe we can give away something while he's.
Yeah, we could do that. How many people we got in the house, Matt?
11.
Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to do it a little different tonight. Just a little. Just a smidge. Okay, so everybody listen up and pay attention. I got 4 items here.
Jimbo's here. Hi, Jimbo.
Whoever wins is going to get to pick one of the 4 items. The first item I have is a brand new box of bath bombs. Say that, it says bath bombs. There's, I don't know, 6 or 8 different scents in here. 8, I guess. Different scents of bath bombs. And this is brand new box. So if you like to take baths and want to smell pretty and all that, we got a brand new box of bath bombs. Then I've got an HD TV antenna as seen on TV, brand new in the box. So if you've ever wanted one of these to get you away from cable or satellite or whatever you're using, not have to pay for TV, you know, I do have
It's
that.
hard to hear you when you put something in front of the mic.
Okay, it's an HD TV antenna as seen on TV, and that gets you away from cable and satellite and all that kind of thing. And this way you don't have to buy the antennas. And then I have a brand new drum pad. So if you want to learn how to play the drums, this will keep everybody from killing you when you're making all that racket. Okay, and it is padded both sides. You know, somebody asked me about that before when I had it. So it is padded both sides. This side will screw into your little stand for it. But yeah, I've got that. And the fourth item is two gifts in one. This is a box that I did some quilling on. That's a paper design on top of the little box. The sides of the box have a little printed design around the side. And then on the inside of the box, I've got something else for you. In this day of everybody having to wear masks and stuff, I have a BrendaG's design gator.
Ooh,
brand
look
new
at
gator.
that. Nice.
So,
Newman Outdoors showed up. Hi, Newman Outdoors.
hello, Newman Outdoors. We're about to do a contest giveaway thing here. And so that is the fourth prize. Now you get to pick one of the 4 prizes. You remember what they were?
If you win, I remember.
We get
Bath
have the
bomb, drum pad, quilling,
antenna.
and the antenna.
Yep. Okay, and the quilled box has the gator included. So whoever wins gets to pick one of the 4 prizes. Now, if you win, you're responsible for getting me your address. And you can email it to me. You can send it to me on Messenger if you're on Facebook on my friends list over there. You can send it to me through Twitter. You can send it to me through Instagram. You can send up a smoke signal. If I get your address, I will answer you and tell you that I have received your address. If you don't hear back from me, then something went wrong and I did not get your address. Okay. But you're responsible for getting me your address because I don't have time to chase people around. But I need it tonight so that I can take your prize to the post office tomorrow morning. All right. Now,
Sounds good.
the way this works is I have written down a number on a piece of paper. The number, now this is where it's going to be a little different. The number is between 11 and 20. It's between 11 and 20. Everybody gets one guess. You put one guess in the chat when I say go. And when I see the number come up that I have written down on this piece of paper, I'll tell you to stop. I have a winner.
People are putting numbers in.
They're getting ahead of the game. I have not said the magic word. Okay. Get ready. Get set. Go.
One entry per person.
And this is after I said go. Okay. Jimbo got it with number 18. It's after I said go. Okay. There it is. You see that? You see that, Matt?
It hurts my eyes. The capital lowercase is all over the place.
Number 18. Thank you, Jimbo. You won. You got to make sure you get me your address. Matt, if you want to type my address there in the chat for him, my email, so that he can send
and
it to
Jimbo,
me
you
through
have to
email.
say which one you want.
Or he can send it to me through Messenger. But tell me which prize you want here in this chat so I can put it aside here for you. And I'll be writing down. I found my pen. I'll write it down here to know which one you want. So Jimbo won the prize.
Mark Lindsay wants to know if the number was kept hermetically sealed in a mayonnaise jar kept on Funk and Wagnall's front porch.
Of course. Of course it was.
Funkin' Wagnall. That wasn't that the name of a dictionary?
Yep.
Funkin' Wagnalls? Like,
Yep.
isn't the phrase "put that in your Funkin' Wagnall"?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was oh gosh. That was from that show back in the early 70s.
Jimbo wants the Quilling and the Gator.
Okay. All right. And I'll put his name down on this too. And put that aside for him. Okay, cool. Good enough. Gosh, I can't think of the name of that show. I can see it. Sure as I'm sitting here, but
Green
yeah.
Acres?
Nope. It was a comedy show. Variety.
Lucille Ball?
No, a variety show.
Laverne and Shirley?
No, a variety show.
A variety show. I don't know.
Who's got it? Somebody out there in the chat will know that show. Not Here's Johnny. No.
Oh, look that up in your Funkin' Wagnalls.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the saying. Got it. Here's Johnny.
It was the Sakatumi show. What was the name of that? Sakatumi, Sakatumi, Sakatumi.
Wasn't Saturday Night Live, was it?
No, long before Saturday Night Live.
Tonight Show with Johnny Carson.
No.
Everyone's saying Johnny Carson. Multiple Johnny.
A variety show. No, what they're thinking of is Karnak. Karnak had the sealed in the mason jar.
Answer, and then he would reveal the question, and the question would be the punchline.
Yeah, but it's sealed in a mason jar on Funkin' Wagnall's porch. But the one you was talking about was put it in or look it up in your Funkin' Wagnalls. That came from, oh gosh, trying to think of what the name of that show was. So that's what happens when you get old. You forget things. I don't have my memory insoles in my shoes.
Ed McMahon did that line when Johnny was doing Karnak the Magnificent.
Laugh In. Rowan and Martin's Laugh In. That's where it came from. And then Ed McMahon, of course, used it with the Karnak thing. But yeah.
Portal Woodworks is here. Hi, Portal.
Hello, Portal Woodworks. Good
David
to see you. You missed the drawing, but you made it to the show. Good to see you. Hope everything's going well in your neck of the woods.
I remember Candid Camera.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that? I don't remember the variety show you talked about, but Laughing. I don't remember that, but I remember Candid Camera.
Yeah, the Smothers Brothers were on Laugh In.
Okay.
This was probably before your time. Because
probably.
What, you were 1980?
I was born in 1970. So.
Oh, okay. All right. So yeah, you were too little to remember it.
Yeah.
But it was like early 70s, late 60s was Laugh In.
Okay.
And
I remember on Candid Camera, they gave little kids, they must have been 5, 3 ice cream cones and told them to go through the door, and they would drop the ice cream cones. And someone put 2 ice cream cones in one hand and took the third one and put the point in his mouth and balanced it, and then used his free hand to open the door, and then got all the cones and walked through. He was the only one that did it. Candid Camera. That was wholesome entertainment.
Yeah. Yep. The shows were good back then. They don't have shows like that anymore.
Jim Duck, Matt is such a young pup. I'm 50. I'm 50 years old, but I'm young.
Yeah, you're young compared to some of us old dogs. I'll tell you what. I've
been hearing I was young every year of my life because I guess my colleagues are older and I'll never not be old in comparison to everyone else that I know.
But it does my heart good though when people ask if I'm your wife.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking, well, either I look really young or he likes older women. I don't,
I have 50-year-old clothes, Matt, says Mark Lindsay CNC.
Yeah.
Oh, come on,
I do
Mark.
too. I do too.
Aren't you only like 10 years older than me? 1985 in the house. There we go. There's a young kid.
Yeah.
Matt, I'm pushing 72, says Jimbo 5312. Oh my goodness.
Well, I have a birthday coming up 3 weeks from today. I don't
Ooh.
call it a birthday, though. I call it the 35th anniversary of my 29th birthday.
3 weeks. So what is it? The 27th?
Yep.
Or is that it?
Yep.
All right. There
3
you
weeks
go.
from today. Exactly. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Loanna says we're funny. We got some LOLs from her. I'm about a month older than Mark, says Jim Dockrell. My. 9 years older than you, says Mark Lindsay. Okay.
Yeah, I stopped having birthdays at 29 and I just started having anniversaries.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I got you. I'm not fighting it. I'm gonna be whatever age I'm gonna be. What the hell?
You can only have just so many birthdays in my mind, and then you just have to start calling them anniversaries of whatever number you want to stop at.
Mark Lindsay's got the right idea. He says, we must have done something right to still be this good looking, Jim.
Anita says, we'll have to do a live for you, Brenda, on Facebook. I've never done any lives on Facebook. I don't know how to even go about doing something like that. So
pretty darn they do not make it easy at all. Facebook is a complicated mess for live streaming.
Well, if Anita wants to do it and tell me how to join in on it or something, I'd do that. But I'll be doing the live here, so I have to be free about an hour before this one starts, or we can do it after this one if you wanted to do that on my birthday, or we could do it some other time, I guess. But just saying.
Mark says he tells folks he's 16 in dog years.
My dogs will have a birthday coming up on the 23rd. They're going to be 10.
My dog has a birthday on the 28th. That's the same birth. Oh, a day after your birthday.
Yep.
My dog's birthday is on the 28th of August.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep.
My Papa Haas has a birthday today. He is 82.
Did you call him and wish him a happy birthday, or
Yes.
just now think of it?
Yes, I did. Well, I just told you he's 82. I knew.
Yeah, but it was like, oh, my dad just had a birthday today.
No. I'm just, talking about birthdays. It's his 82nd birthday. And you know what he always used to do at the casino? Because he had a member card at one of his favorite casinos. They used to have a birthday for every card member that had an August birthday. And he used to go down to the casino and party. They would pick one day of the month, and everyone that had a birthday that month would have a special deal on but then, Atlantic City went belly up and it's just no longer a thing and blah, blah, blah. But he used to enjoy that. Haas's gamble. We're gamblers. We know how to play poker. We know how to play blackjack. We know how to play craps.
Well, if I ever get moved down to Arkansas, when I hit the big lottery and get my place down there in Arkansas, there is a casino there in Hot Springs that I may frequently. But first, I got to win the lottery. That's my thing. It's winning the lottery. Nobody hit the Powerball last night.
What's it up to?
Well, I forget what the actual numbers are that they post there on the site, but I figure, I want to go with what I'd end up with, right? So when I see the numbers, then I cipher it down to what I'd end up with after taxes and all. I'm going to take cash out, and after taxes, I'd end up with $50,800,000 and some odd $1,000.
That's not hard to take.
Yeah. So there you go.
Mark used to be a casino manager. Wow.
He knows how.
Mr. Doughboy said earlier he's not making videos, and now he says his hands don't work anymore. Oh, man, come on.
Yeah, I know he's been having some difficulty, and he had that bypass on his heart.
Life's not fair, I'll tell you that much. Mm-hmm. Too difficult to make things. I get hurt too easily. Man, that sucks, Mr. Doughboy. What can you do? If you're looking for life to be fair, it ain't.
No,
that's all there is to it.
I've got a lot of things that don't work like they used to anymore. I'd like to think that I'm still 20, because in my mind, I think about, okay, I need to do this, and this, which is things that I could have knocked out in an hour and now take me a week to get done.
I got to stop going down on my knees, putting my knees on the hard floor. I was like, oh, I'm just going to get down there for a second. And it always messes with me. I'm like, I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Well, at least you got to be able to, think about, I've got to stop doing it. Mine is, there ain't no way in hell I could do it.
Okay, I haven't progressed to that level yet. Well, my left knee, I could. The left knee's a little better, but my right knee, I'll have problems on it. I'm like, I just got to get something under the bed. It's just going to be real quick. And then 5 minutes later, I'm like, doggone it. I knew it. I knew I shouldn't have done that.
My legs do not bend like that anymore. Now, if I absolutely positively have to, I can manage to get down on my knees. Getting back up is going to be an issue. It's going to be a while. But I know better than to, even attempt it. If there's any other way that I can get to whatever it is that I need to get. That's why my cane has a handle on it that I can reach and get stuff and hook it and drag it to me. I can bend over okay. I just can't do the knee thing. Knees ain't going to work that way.
Have you taken cane self-defense?
I'll tell you what, if anybody messes with me and I've got that cane in my hand, they're hurt.
Watch videos on martial arts with a cane. Mm-hmm. They are brutal. That hook, you can do so much damage to people. And even if someone grabs you, you can put the cane up through and then turn it. And the leverage, the fulcrum and stuff like that, with hardly any pressure, like you can break holds, you can hook people's legs and yank them, and you can smack them. I mean,
yeah, mine is a steel cane.
Well, they make
so it ain't gonna break. It's not like if you got a wooden cane, it might break or something. Oh no, mine's a steel cane, and they'll think I've got nunchucks.
They make a cane out of wood that looks very unassuming, and it has like a very open hook. Like the hook's not like real tight, so you can get it around the fat part of someone's leg. Mm-hmm. And then the shaft has these little notches in it to make it extra stingy when you whack someone in the head, because there'll be more force because of the smaller area. Oh man, yeah. Canes can be wicked if you know how to use them.
Yep. I keep a Louisville Slugger by the front door. And then by the back door, I've got a machete. So I don't think anybody's going to be messing with me anytime soon.
I'm not talking about people generally. I'm just like, if you're out and about and you have a cane and you know how to use it, you can inflict damage.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not just nuisance damage. Like you can mess someone up with a cane. Yeah.
Now, after my dad had his stroke, he could get around with a cane a little bit, if it was a short distance. So we got him in a wheelchair in case I needed to take him like to the mall or something like that, because there's no way he's going to be able to walk all the way through a mall or anything. So I got a wheelchair, and he'd take his cane with him in case he needed to get out of the wheelchair for something. I had to watch him because my dad, you think I'm ornery? I come by everything I do, honestly. But my dad he'd have that cane up there resting between his front legs between his legs on the front of the wheelchair. And then if I got close to a lady that had a skirt, he'd raise that cane up and pull her skirt up. And I'd catch him at this. I said, put that down. And he just grinned from ear to ear. He thought it was the funniest thing ever to do that. But yeah, if you think I'm ornery,
got someone new in the chat. Michigander man.
Yep, Michigander man's in the house. Good to see you.
Michigander
welcome.
Man. Hello.
Glad to see you. We had a drawing here a little bit ago. You're going to have to learn to get in here earlier and get in on the drawing. He's got a channel, and since he just got here, I will reiterate this again, that if you go to the description of my live stream videos, you will see that there are 2 URLs listed there. The first one, you go to that one and you put in the name of your channel and the URL for your channel, and that automatically puts your channel over on the spreadsheet, which is the second URL. And if you go to that second URL, which is the spreadsheet, you'll see all the people that have signed up on that, and you can go to their channels and check them out, and they'll come to your channel and check you out, and you watch videos, and if you like what you see, leave them a comment and hit that red button for them, and that's how we're going to support each other here. Since YouTube took the ability for us to look up everybody from the chat by clicking on the 3 buttons. So that's how we're promoting this. Tell your friends about it too. If you got other people that have YouTube channels and they want some promotion, it's free.
Oh, he's got to head out. Thanks for stopping by quickly. If you don't mind, put a like on the channel. That would be fun.
Thank you for stopping by. We appreciate it.
We were okay with that. If you got just a couple moments to pop in, please pop in. Don't stay away. We want you for as long as you can stay, or as short as you can stay.
A view is a view. We appreciate everybody coming in, and appreciate it if you tell your friends about it and bring them. More the merrier.
That's right. Brenda doesn't want to be the best kept secret.
That's right. And Matt has what? A dozen channels now?
17 channels. All things YouTube and awesome wood things. That's what I'm pushing. He's
trying to be YouTube is what he's trying to be. It's not the best kept secret. He's just YouTube. He's got piano awesome and awesome wood things, awesome fun things.
My goal is if you stumble on YouTube, 1 out of 20 videos will be my video across all of my channels.
Awesome headlights. Let's see what all else you got up there.
Dave Gatton wants me to have all things pumpkin spice.
Yeah, all things pumpkin spice, and let's see, all things stick up your butt and
piano awesome. Which, by the way, I'm getting a cable that is going to pump my piano into my sound system, and I'll be able to play piano on stream.
Oh, Michigander Man says in the chat, if you guys would like to check out my fun page or my fan page on Facebook, Fans of Michigander Man, you can share your videos and your channels there also.
Oh, nice. Thank you for that. Mel just stopped by. Hi, Mel.
Hey, Mel, good to see you. Yeah, he's here at the end, but hey, better late than never.
Watching the beginning of, he says, stick up your butt, LOL. He must be at the beginning of the
No, I just said that. Awesome, stick up your butt. And
yeah. Well, okay, that too, yeah. I'm trying not to pump the volume up too loud because it'll bleed through my mic. So I'm having some hearing issues today, but it's technical in nature, not medical issues. But I got a new system. I'm still working all the knobs and switches over here. It's kind of nuts.
You will be forever trying to figure out how to work all that stuff.
Well, now I got to integrate this thing. I got to make this full camera a webcam, and it's not easy, but I'm up for the challenge.
Well, good luck with that, because I'd never figure it out. Yeah, Mark Lindsay says awesome doorknobs, awesome pallet wood,
awesome microphones, awesome tacos.
Speaking of pallet wood, in case anybody doesn't know it, Russ Clarity over on Simply Wooden Creations is having the pallet wood challenge going on. So you might want to check that out. I think in his webpage, simplywoodencreations.com. If they go over to simplywoodencreations.com,
let me make sure
they can check out. They're under contests or something, some tab that he's got going there for the pallet wood challenge, and it runs through
simplywoodencreations.com. That's it.
Yeah, it runs through the end of this month, and they got some good prizes that they're giving away there. So if you're a maker or inclined to make something, you got a pallet, follow his instructions there on how to enter the contest.
If you want to share the screen, I have it up. Let's see.
There it is.
This is
on the screen for you.
Pallet
Upcycle challenge.
Upcycle challenge. This is what I need to know. I need to know the rules.
Yep. So just follow the rules that he's got up there and do what he says to do, and you'll be in on the challenge. You got to drop him an email, and he wants it put in a particular way. So that is that way that he doesn't have a whole lot of problem putting your video up, because you're going to make a video about how you did this pallet challenge, and just follow the directions that he has there, and you'll be in on the challenge and up for some good prizes.
Oh, it doesn't look like there's a requirement on the title of your video.
I don't think so.
That's great news.
Yeah, he's just real particular about how he wants that email sent, because he can pull all the information off the first part of your email, to make it easier for him to get your video up and running. So there's that. And Iron Firehorse says pallets cost a lot here. No one leaves them out for free anymore. Lord have mercy. I wish you lived close, because there's 4 pallets out in the alley, right, like 4 houses down from me. And then on the corner is the auto parts store, and they've got a stack of pallets out there 1.5 miles high. There are plenty of pallets to be had here, and they're free. Just pick them up out of the alley. And then Luana says Chris Ahern is giving a prize to a new maker to work with a pallet. Well, it's a first time entry is what he's given a prize for. So
if there's like 3 first timers, he'll pick one of the 3.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. And it's
That's nice of Chris. Thank
nice
you, Chris,
set of clamps. It's a nice set of clamps that he's given away.
Hey, you can always use more clamps. We believe in you. You will get it done at All Things YouTube. Thank you, Luana. She's cheering me on.
Yeah, and she worded it a little better than I did. She says, put the right format so Russ can get it on his spreadsheet for video sharing. Okay. In that email that you have to send him. But he's got all the directions there on the website. It's easy to follow.
Oh, Maker Deloach has got to go. Thanks for stopping by, Maker 238 Deloach.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Hope to see you back next week. You never know what we're liable to talk about. It's always something different.
It surprises us sometimes.
We seldom chew the cud twice. So just checking the site here to make sure that I never missed anybody. Let's see. Anita wants to know, what state do I live in? I live in Indiana, the Hoosier state, where everybody runs around saying, who's your mom? Who's your dad?
I'm a couple states over in Pennsylvania. Did you send the rain? It's raining here now.
We could use some more rain here. I wish there was some rain going on here. We haven't had any in a few days.
I might have to mow if this keeps up.
I'm probably going to have to go out yet tonight and throw a little water on my maters out there. I noticed they's looking a little peaked when I come in a while ago. And she says that we're neighbors. She lives in Michigan. So she's up north of me. I'm about halfway down the state, and I'm over by the Ohio border. Okay. They won't let me cross.
She's as close to Pennsylvania as you can get by being in Indiana.
Yeah, I'm about, well, maybe 10 miles from the state line.
Well, there you go. That's a bike ride.
Corkboard came in. He says, how's everybody tonight? Well,
hi, Corkboard.
I'm finer than frog hair, split 6 ways with a broad axe.
Long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory. Forget that one, but
I'm more nervous than a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
What she said. Are there cats with regular tails and long tails? Or are they all long tail cats?
Some of them have longer tails than others. See, when you're a kid on a farm, you learn those kind of things, because, you know, there's not a whole lot to occupy you other than work. So, you know, if you're trying to get out of work, you learn, you know, to check on things that maybe other people wouldn't pay a whole lot of attention to. So, there's always a bunch of barn cats out there, and you can compare, whose tail's the longest. Which cat has the longer legs?
Why would it matter?
And do cats always land on their feet?
The answer is yes.
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yep. So, these are things you learn about critters when you're on the farm. Mark says, my ancestors came here from Aurora, Indiana in the 1800s. Are you near Dearborn County? Dearborn County's over just west of Indianapolis. I have been over there many times when I was working. I went over to the Dearborn courthouse to collect information, so I know where it's at. But no, I live on the east side. I'm about as far east in the state as you can get. I'm about 10 miles from the Ohio line. Yep. So it's the only J county in the United States.
What county?
J.
What's
Jay.
that? Oh,
well,
the name.
Every county has a name. I'm in J County, and it's the only J County in the United States.
So there's no duplicates.
That's right.
Gotcha.
So you can't say, J County, Ohio, or J County, Pennsylvania. There is none.
There's a lot of Cumberlands everywhere.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
And there's a lot of, well, this is more towns, not counties. Rome.
Mm-hmm.
I think every state has a town called Rome.
Yeah.
All 50 states. Rome, New York. Rome, New Hampshire. Rome, Vermont.
And Dayton.
Yeah.
You hear about Dayton in a lot of places. Anita says she's actually born and raised in Oklahoma, but moved to Michigan in her 20s. I'm originally from Ohio, but they threw me out 8 years ago.
Washington County News Station, Utah is here. Hello.
Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. That's a new one. So again, I will reiterate, if you go, everybody's going to get so sick of hearing this. If you go to the description of the video, down there in the description, there's 2 URLs. The first one you go to and you put in the name of your channel and the URL for your channel, and that automatically puts it over on the spreadsheet, which is the second URL. And if you go to the second URL, you'll see everybody that has put their channels in, and you could check them out. You can see if you like their content. And if you do, you can hit the red button for them, and you can leave them comments and make friends and network with people and not be the biggest secret on YouTube. It's good channel promotion.
Push the red button.
That's right. So StreamYards or Stream Elements just put that out there for you for the first spreadsheet.
Anita added me. Thank you. I'll get you back.
And then Mark Lindsay, let's see. He said Dearborn County is he's talking about the down in southern Indiana, down there by Cincinnati. Well, that's another one. I've been to that so many times. That I know the girl there on my Facebook page, the girls there in the courthouse, they're friends of mine down there that work in the recorder's office, even to this day. So yeah, I've been down there enough to be on good terms and friends with everybody down there. Many times in that courthouse. Well, it's not actually the courthouse. It's the annex behind the courthouse is where the recorder's office is. But yes, I've been down there a lot.
Brenda, I got to wrap this up.
Well, gee whiz.
I know.
You're in great demand, aren't you?
People are pulling me in all these directions.
Let's see. Anita put in there that anybody that wants to add her on Facebook, she goes by Anita Wheeler with a blue circle on her profile. So you can add her over there on Facebook if you'd like to. And Mark says that he needs to go back to Dearborn County and do some genealogy research. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. Matt's got to run, so we're going to let him go here, and we'll let you all go. And we will see you all next week. I will see you Saturday night over on Russ's channel. We got a guest going to be there on Saturday night. So come over to Simply Wooden Creations and sign up over there and hit the bell so you get reminded. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time on Saturday night. Matt will be doing his show next Monday on All Things YouTube. And you can go to All Things YouTube and hit the bell over there so that you're notified when he does his show. And he'll be telling you about everything that's new with the YouTubies and how his buddy Susan's doing over there.
Susan Wojcicki. Here, can you share my screen? I think this is it. Is this?
Yep.
Now, this is a personal profile. Does she have a page?
Yeah. Well, she's got a group on Messenger. And so if you get in touch with her, yeah, she's got a group on Messenger that she can add you to. And you can correspond with everybody that way. Once you sign up on her page, she'll get in touch with you and give you the information. So, but yep.
Sounds good.
We'll see you all on the interwebs, and I hope you all have a great week and be safe out there.
Bye,
Night, everybody.
Stay awesome.